When we started the World's Best News, we didn't know it was going to be called World's Best News. We just knew we had a problem in Denmark about communicating development. It was, we could, out of surveys, we'd see that the support and the engagement by the people in Denmark was decreasing, and the interest was decreasing. So we gathered some focus groups and realized that a lot of people were asking for some feedback. What's happening if we have a collection for something, and what is happening afterwards? They wanted progress stories, and also to know whether it works, because the belief is it doesn't work, because that's what they read in the media. That's the negative news. And also that's what, in a way, what they hear when the NGOs are fundraising, because it's focusing on all what is not working or is lacking. So we realized actually that we needed to tell some of the results of development cooperation and of just the work of the development world the last 20 years. And so we realized also to comparing what people thought they knew about, for instance, how many children starts in school every year. The Danes' average guess would be 1 out of 3. And the figure from the UN and UNESCO is 9 out of 10. So it was kind of a big discrepancy. We started with the Danish NGO Forum, which has, I think at that time, approximately 50 members, small and particularly big, the big NGOs, medium size. And there it was decided we will do this. But then we invited in a bigger circle, so there are also NGOs which are not directly development NGOs, but might have international links. So more than 90 was gathered, and then the strategy we then for communicating, which was adopted, was based on a partnership model where, because I mean, if we wanted to do what the normal campaigns do, then we needed a huge budget. I mean, it's like millions and millions of Danish kroner to get in ads on in TV or radio or in the newspaper and so on. And we didn't have those money. So it was a matter of saying, okay, how could we find new media channels? And that was where the idea came up, that to have partnerships with private companies who either have a big labor force, so that so they communicate to their employees or their customers, or if they have products which can convey the world's best news. So we had 2.5 million milk cartons with some of the good news on, meaning that comes on the breakfast table, so it's directly in private, people's homes, whereby you kind of you bypass the media, which normally don't tell the good stories. What we did after the first year we had the campaign was we included in our survey, where we asked people afterwards if they could remember the campaign and so on. So we put in a question where you say, which of the two opinions do you associate yourself with? And A, since things are all right out there in the developing world, it's time to quit. Or B, well, there's progress, but it's far too early to quit, because there might be a risk to fall back. So I think it was 1/3 said, let's quit. And then half said, no, we need to continue. And then the rest was undecided. So, and I think that's a relevant picture. And I might say also those 1/3 who say, well, then it's time to quit, they might always say it's time to quit.